Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in this video we're going to evaluate letters of recommendation. So basically what happened was these letters are actually sent by some of you guys. Alright, some of you guys gave your letters of recommendations to me, and I am actually going to evaluate these not just for the people who have actually gone in with their applications, but also for the people who are going for fall 2020 and maybe spring 2020, or maybe any time after that. A lot of you might be writing these at this very moment, these letters of recommendation, right? Alright, so these letters are actually, let me say, these are genuinely, truly someone submitted these. Alright, it's not just one person, it's two people, and I got these from a professor at my college. Alright, and he submitted these, and I actually just wanted to show you guys what you guys actually submit and what is wrong with that. Because trust me, there are so many things wrong with these letters, because I haven't even gone through them properly right now. All I did was I kind of replaced the names with Mr. X, and I just kind of removed my professor name, the professor who helped me actually get these. But there are so many things wrong with these, and when I look at these, I see exactly why most of the guys or most of the girls they get so many rejects, right? The reason is not because you're not doing a good SOP. Let's face it, dude, the SOP and the LOR both are written by the same person, alright? So if this is the quality of the LOR, you're gonna see the quality of the SOP as well. Mind you, if you have an LOR like this, if your end result is like this is wrong. Do not do this, alright? I'm gonna go through these, I'm gonna explain the problems, because unless you understand what problems you are facing, you will never be able to actually get through those, alright? So let's actually go through these one by one. Let's look at the first one, by the way. It's right over here, alright? So, to whom it may concern, whatever, alright, looks good. Mr. X is undoubtedly the type of student who has the potential for great success at the college level and beyond, alright? First off, this is not how a professor who has been in the academia would start for years and years. This is not how he would start his recommendation letter. He would first try to tell the committee that he is actually someone who is competent enough to judge this guy. That alright, this Mr. X that I'm talking about, I am good enough to judge him. Why am I good enough? Because I've been in the academic environment for ages, and I understand how to compare a good applicant from a not so good applicant, alright? And in my opinion, if I'm vouching for this guy, if I'm actually giving him a recommendation letter, I must think he's pretty good, right? So what I'm gonna do, in case I was the professor, the first thing I was want to write over here is show them my experience, alright? So I have been in the academic environment, I have been teaching for so many years, let's say 20-25 years, and over the span of these years, I have seen plenty of students in the area of whatever he teaches, let's say computer science, alright? In the area of computer science, whatever he teaches, alright? Doesn't matter. After that, what he's going to do is he's going to actually, once he's shown that he is potentially capable of evaluating this guy, alright, then he will actually start to write about the student, alright? And in this case, the first paragraph is actually writing about the student itself. He makes such a huge claim in the first sentence. He's undoubtedly the type of student who has great success, alright? Let's see. But if he's stating something like this, he better have something good that proves this, and he better have something that proves it in this letter itself. Right, so let's go on. I met him during his undergrad days. As you can see, this U and this D, they are capitalized for no reason. You should always run your letters through Grammarly, by the way, before you submit them. One more thing, alright? This is wrong. This is not fine, right? So I'm just gonna put this in red. And alright, and he appeared to be a promising student right from the word go. Right, I don't know what kind of English that is. I met him during the undergrad days, and he appeared to be a promising student right from the word go. This just didn't make sense to me. Word go, I don't know. Alright, so wrong English. Or if you cannot write properly, do not do your own LORs. Ask someone else to do them, or you can ask me to do them. I would be happy enough to do it for a fee. But just don't do it yourself if you know that you cannot write something and you will come up with something like this. This is wrong, right? As an assistant professor I just removed the college name. I taught him a few subjects, alright, Foundation of Computer Science, Computer Graphics, and as well as the Computer Graphics Lab course. Okay, this was the part of IT program spread over a span of 4 years. during this, he showed a creative mind and independent work ethic. I was also impressed by his conscientious way of study and splendid academic records. Apart from having multiple grammatic errors over here, I would say that again, this professor, what he's doing is he's stating the subjects. No one cares about what you taught him or whatever how in what capacity you interacted with him. Definitely, people do care about that. That should be mentioned in the first paragraph. But no one cares about what you taught him unless you guys actually did some project together. You guys actually had some research together on some project. So this is totally off the mark. And again, as you see over here, I was impressed by his this thing, and he showed a creative mind. He has again made some claims that he hasn't even. Basically, these were the first few claims. All right, he's undoubtedly the type of student that has potential for great success. Again, he's making some more claims over here. How many reasons do you see for these claims? How many, how is he fortifying his claims? How is he buttressing them? How is he showing the committee that, all right, this is why I think that he is the most creative, the most conscientious? There's nothing over here. All right, if I tell you that, all right, I have this person in my life, and she's so great, she's everything to me and everything, dude, are you gonna just believe it, or are you actually going to believe something when I actually give you examples of it? All right, so she did this for me, she did that for me, so you're gonna believe it. All right, that is the most sweetest thing a person can do for someone else, right? So unless there is some sort of corroboration, this just doesn't work. All right, and the committee has been seeing this for ages, for years and years. So I mean, just think about it, man. If you were on the committee and you saw these kinds of things every single day, there's no reason why this professor is thinking so highly of the student, and he's making such claims, but he doesn't have anything to corroborate those claims. Right, next, let's go on to, he would often come visit me after class to discuss certain problems, some of which were well beyond the scope of the curriculum, of course. All right, this just spoke volumes about his dedication and interest. It was this unique approach which impressed me, and I decided to supervise him for his major and minor projects. Alright, so again, looks fine that this guy tries to actually go out of his way, not just stay in the box or in the circle of his curriculum, but he actually tries to expand that zone. Alright, looks good, but again, there's just not enough corroboration for it. Like, this is the reason that this professor, all right, maybe he took this guy up for his major and minor projects, but I don't see anything very, very concrete here. You see how abstract this is? So up till now, I'm pretty sure that if I'm the one who's reading it, all right, but the admissions committee just skims through it. They don't even read the whole thing. Let me tell you, they don't. Even if they do, they just skim through it. Like, in this time period, they would have, like, in this 9 minutes, I've made this video, I think 9 minutes long right now, so 8 or 9 minutes, they would have actually evaluated 8 or 9 letters of recommendation if they were only doing that. They obviously take care of all the applications and everything, all the documents in the profile, but I'm just telling you, max to max 1 minute, dude. They don't have this kind of time. All right, so anyway, again, more and more claims. For the minor, he worked on study of security algorithms in GSM network implementation of A5 algorithm. Again, waste of space. No one cares about what he worked on, because I could say I worked on this, but I had no results. Right? Results are the thing that they are looking for. That this line is just a waste of space for me. All right. This was using the knowledge acquired from the courses on mobile computing and mobile communication, as well as his internship with the telecom firm ZTE Telecom India Private Limited, Gurgaon. He's even writing the address of this place. So kind of weird that his professor knows how this knowledge is coming in from and the exact company name and everything. But all right, fine. But there's again nothing concrete here. He's just like another applicant to me. Why would I keep him on a separate pile right now? Why would I do that? He is equivalent to any other guy I can see walking on the street right now. All right, he's doing his course, he's studying, he's done his minor project on this topic. All right, fine. So what has he done? What kind of an innovation has he brought about in the research? There's nothing of that sort mentioned over here. All right. So let's actually move on. Mr. X has a very comprehensive understanding of the subjects and has excellent presentation and communication skills. He's not afraid to venture into the unknown and take up challenges not known to him. Wrong English, whatever. a trait that I observed when he decided to study topics like stenography and cryptography for his final year major project. Right, again, this line kind of serves as kind of a corroboration for this claim. First time he's made a claim, he's kind of tried to corroborate that. But again, is this really that good? I mean, he's just saying that he's tried to study this thing. He never really talks about the results. I want to see results, right? I mean, if I'm on the committee and I'm seeing someone's LOR, I want to see the results. I want to see what kind of innovations they brought about. What really, how did they act differently from all the other people? There's nothing of that sort mentioned over here. But all right, he's just foraying into a new field. He's just studying a new subject. So again, everything over here that I can see is about subjects. He's just studying his subjects. He's just a normal student studying at the university level. He has no extraordinary achievements, right? Sure, this guy might be good, but there's nothing extraordinary in here. Working under my supervision, he developed a tool while working on video stenography using various concepts such as cryptography, object-oriented programming, etc. Alright, this tool can be used to exchange message files discreetly. His style of articulating and expressing his ideas with clarity and eloquence was highly applauded by the supervisory committee of the institute. Alright, a very vague description of what this guy's capabilities are. He actually made a tool that can be used to exchange message files discreetly. So basically, no one can kind of, decrypt them. If I'm the sender and you're the listener, only you can understand this message, no one else can. Alright, looks good, but I hope that this guy has this tool name. There's some name to this tool, and that is mentioned on his resume. That would definitely look good. Or not, if not on his resume, somewhere in the project section, somewhere, I don't know, somewhere it should be there. But see, I'm personally not from the field of cryptography, but I think that what he has done over here is very, very trivial. I mean, I could apply a cipher. I'm not from cryptography, but I could just write a program right now at this very moment, and I could apply some kind of a cipher. I don't know what cipher, but some simplistic cipher. It could be very simple, right? Like, I don't know how many of you know Vernam cipher. Just kind of, I think adds 2 or 3 to the number. So A would become C and B would become D or something of that sort. So I could just do that, and it's still sending the message discreetly. So I think he should kind of go a little more deeper over here. Nice try, but I would really want to go deeper if I was basically I was writing the letter for him. I would go a lot more deeper if this was the best he had, right? Anyway, besides being sincere with studies is wrong. Anyway, he actively took part in extracurricular activities and social events. He was a part of the organizing team for the annual college festivals. He also volunteered for blood donation. I can bet that this same paragraph, different wordings, is on his LOR too. If not on his LOR, I can bet this is on the achievements section of his resume or somewhere along the way. This is not a place where you kind of add in redundant information, alright? So he's just wasting the committee's time, because see, redundancy is the worst part of the thing that they're doing. Alright, if they're evaluating this paper and they're actually reading it, and they're going through the same thing that they actually read on the SOP, so it's gonna look bad. They're not gonna want to read any further. Alright, this is again the same stuff. Alright, anyway, let's go forward. This LOR doesn't have anything concrete according to me. There's nothing that says that this student is extraordinary. If you want to see some extraordinary LORs, you work with me and you will see what kind of an approach we take over here. Because this, I would say, out of 10, I would probably rate it 2 or 3 according to that scale. Not even 2 maybe. But anyway, I wholeheartedly recommend that. Is just the standard for admission graduate program. He can be an asset to your program. Prestigious university. Don't do this. Don't write prestigious university. Try to avoid the word university, or when you have to write it, then actually customize it for the university. But anyway, I gave him my highest recommendation. Feel free to contact me should you need any more information. Sincerely, the name has been removed. Right, so guys, this video is actually a little longer than I thought it should be. I will do a part 2 of this, by the way. This is a part 1. I will do a part 2. I plan on making it tomorrow. It's like 3 AM right now. I gotta sleep. otherwise I'm gonna miss breakfast. Anyway, so I don't know how much sense I made in this video, but work with me or don't work with me. The thing is, don't do this kind of thing in your LOR. It's the only chance, and I know you're writing it yourself, so don't fool anyone else, alright? It's the only chance you have at making the committee believe that you actually have something. Details like this, the exact name of the company. Maybe this student was that good that he actually, gave this professor the name of the company. And then, things like this. He developed a tool. A tool, is this how you describe a research? I don't think that's much of a research, right? While working on video stenography, using various concepts such as cryptography, object-oriented programming, etc. Alright, I don't even know if these things go together, and see, the committee definitely knows that, if these things go together or not. So if he's lying, he'll be caught. This tool can be used to exchange messages with files discreetly, all these things. Just this is the only description of the tool. No algorithm, nothing mentioned over here. If he's discovered a new algorithm, they should write about it, but there's nothing like that over here. And he expresses his ideas with clarity and all these things. Communication skills are great and everything. There's just no corroboration for any of the other claims. This was the only claim that there was any sort of corroboration for, and even this I feel was very, very weak. I would not support any such LOR. Besides, I would probably, if I had that privilege, I would throw it out the window. Alright, so try and stay away from these. If you have seen some good LORs, I'm sure that you know that how they actually go deep into the research that you've done, how they actually go deep into your personal affairs if needed, and they actually talk about how you have contributed to the organization. Doesn't have to be research itself, it could be the organization, it could be any community, but they actually show that you are an extraordinary individual who hasn't just focused on his studies. Of course, his studies are great, and you can find that out with the GPA, but he has actually done something that counts, right? He has done some research, he has done some algorithm that scientists are now working on, he's done something else. All right, so all of those things would have so much more value if you include those. All right, I hope this video helps you. In case you need any more help, in case you want me to personally draft some LORs for you, and you understand that I am the guy who can help you best in this situation to make sure that you get to your dream university, you can go on to the website, you can go on to my domain name as well, yashmitra.com, but I'm not sure how long that is going to be. But I'm building a website for you guys, like I told you, where you can actually see basically the scores for the average accepted applicant of any university that you want, so that it will help you with the university shortlisting and all of these things. You go to that website, you go into the premium services, and you contact me, and I will be there to help you. Alright, this will be a paid process because I'm not doing one-on-one consultations for free, I'm not writing these things for free. But in case you understand that every single line that you write on here counts, and this is 99% garbage, you're gonna contact me. All right, I hope that I made something clear. Even if you're not, just try to stay away from these things. All right, if I'm not writing it, try to stay away from these things. This is very, very important. I wanted you to make sure. Right, and the second part, I'll try to make that tomorrow. I'll try to cover that, and I hope to see you in the second part.